look at that. You can see my Mickey Mouse thing. My mom made that for me when I was little. Anyways, coronavirus, broken elbow. Not a lot of motivation to do these videos right now. I guess I did want to say that, you know, the whole reason for making that video last year, the series last year, was because I wanted to see if I could take this road training program that I'd used with whatever success I can have on the road and apply that to the cross season. And definitively, the answer was yes, the best cross season I've ever had. The question is, what do I do with that now? Recovering from broken elbow, broken hand, and in the corona era. You know, people have often asked me what it takes to win the single speed Cap City series, and I'm just gonna say, crappy weather outside. Can you see that? 4 hours. 4 hours and 7 minutes. Inside. That's what it takes. That's what it takes. So once again, probably could have ridden outside. It's like 45 degrees. I just did 4 hours on the trainer. Sucks. So when people are asking how you doing working at home, I just want to point this out that this is the view from my home office. Even the cows, for the most part, are social distancing. Bravo, cows. All right. Well, look at this. Road to Mud, season 2. I don't know which video this is gonna get in, but sorry, there hasn't been much action. Yeah, been busy with the whole corona thing. A lot of extra work to do, which you can see on another YouTube channel. Check it out. But we're now into April. I did the first block of my training all indoors, which sucked. And now I'm starting the second block. I'm trying to ride more outdoors, but my elbow is a little bit of an issue. Whenever I have to get out of the saddle, my elbow still really hurts. And I still can't grip my hand all the way. So it's just a matter of when I hold the bars, it's weird. Yeah, but right now I'm cooking dinner. Can you see that? The coronavirus, which actually has no impact on my riding or training right now. It's the elbow and the weather. That's a bigger issue. Mainly because we have no idea if we're gonna race, and right now I'm just assuming I will. But who knows? So I did the first block fine, just everything was indoors. And the difference is I'm not doing the weekly ride, obviously. So last year I did all my base miles outside, and I did a weekly hard training ride. Saturday, May 2nd. The problem is, in Athens, Ohio, as much as I love this, I mean, it's a problem, quote unquote, is that to get a long ride in, you have these beautiful roads. I mean, you can see behind me, it goes the same direction that way. But it's really hard to avoid gravel. And I'm trying to avoid gravel because apparently the vibrations aren't good for the bone healing. So I'm having to ride like a lot of these gravel sections like one-armed to try to keep the vibrations down. But I just keep forgetting where these gravel sections are. Like I knew there was like a 200-meter stretch back there, but I didn't remember this like real long stretch. But hopefully I'll avoid most of this. All right, upwards and onwards. having some pasta, broccoli with butter and tomatoes. Pretty good. Rode another 3 hours today inside on the trainer. Those miles are kind of junk miles. But yeah, I was able to get outside last week for a total of 13 hours and ride the rest inside. 3 hour day, 4 hour day. Yesterday I did another 3 hour day outside. And the elbow still, it still just hurts. On Saturday I tried to do a remount for the first time, and that was a mess. Just hurt a lot. So I still have a long way to go. But I've been riding my cross bike all the time outside now. And I've been riding it with 33s. With slicks. 33s. With slicks. 33s. With slicks. With slicks. I've been riding it with 33s. Slicks. 33s. With slicks. 33s. With slicks. With slicks. You have a little more comfort. And I gotta say, it's pretty, I mean, it's slow, but it's pretty fun because you can roll over a lot of stuff. So I don't think I can use it on a group ride, but I think I have my new winter bike ready to go. If anybody's looking to buy bikes, I got bikes for sale. Contact me. I don't know what I'm doing this summer as far as where I'm gonna be and all that stuff, and that's probably gonna influence. Actually, it's not gonna influence my training that much. Yeah, that's it. Another ride down. Gonna get myself some chocolate milk. 4 hours, another 4 hours. Can you see that? I don't know how that happened while I was riding, but it did. A beautiful, 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 beautiful spring day up here in A-Town. Yeah, I don't know, it's just a beautiful ride. Absolutely just amazing. I want to talk more about it at dinner. I'm gonna cook some more dinner tonight. All right, another delicious, man, I already spilled it. Another delicious home-cooked meal here, cooked by me. You'll notice a common theme here. Not that I'm shit all over, spilling stuff all over, but it's a lot of pasta. So tonight we have pasta, broccoli, tuna fish, and tomato. Pretty dang good. So, week 2 of block 2. So this week and next week are the biggest weeks, in theory, I should be having on the bike. And it's somewhere usually around this block that if I've been doing things okay, I can physically start to feel changes. And today that happened. So Monday I went out and rode and felt horrible, like just absolutely horrible. Today I went out and rode, and it was, yeah, you can just tell physiologically something's happening where the way I would describe it is I feel like I'm becoming more efficient. So I feel like I can, and I haven't looked at like Strava or anything like that, but I feel like I'm able to put out more power with less exertion, even though I haven't been working on like intervals or anything like that. So in theory, I would be doing all of this at 70% of my heart rate, but I've gone through this cycle so many times that more, I think, and I think this is the advantage of using like power, right, is that's an absolute, or heart rate can vary for various things. There's a sensation, and now I use the heart rate in conjunction with kind of like sensation. So like today, there's points in the ride where I might have been around like 150, but it was the same sensation as when I was at 140, and other times in the ride where I was at 130, and it was the same sensation as when I'm at 140. So I try to just hit those sensations, but then be very cognizant of not trying to get too high or let it drop too low. And so I feel pretty good about the way it's going. Again, the big issue is the symmetry on the bike because of the arm. My back, my right leg, like in a weird way, in the muscle, it hurts really bad. My back is really sore, my neck, and it's all I know because I'm not sitting like square on the bike. I'm doing something weird. Every time I climb, I'm like all like cocked weird. And then also I'm not able to do, like if you look at the Road to Muds last year around this time, like I was doing like a very simple yoga stuff, and that helps my back a lot. And because I can't like really hold my weight up on this arm, I just haven't been doing it. I've been doing some adaptations very slightly, and I need to start doing those more. So that's it for now. If it doesn't work this time, dude, we'll just call it good. Thanks. I'm so sorry about that.
That's all right.
Okay, so this is
I'll either be way better or way shorter this time, or maybe both.
Yeah, so we just tried this, didn't work. So Gabe is with me. Gabe is a longtime friend. The reason I have this vlog is because last year he took on the endeavor of trying to run 100 miles, and while I was training for the trail 100 miler, he started a vlog, and I said, that's cool, show me how to do that, and then that was the birth of this. And so he is an ultra trail runner? Is that what we decided we were going to call you?
Supposedly, yeah. I like to run on the trail. I like to run for a long time. They call it ultra trail running.
Ultra trail running. So Gabe was saying that everything has been postponed. He does some crazy, crazy runs. You can check it out on Point to Point for all his experiences.
So I got into this too, trying to video to motivate myself and document when I'm putting in tons of time to crazy challenges. But I ended up with so much footage I can't watch it myself anymore. So I'm like, I'm going to re-edit that down into a little highlight reel now. One of these days. That's when I suggest you go look. Wait a couple months, then check it out.
All right, so yeah, we had magic last time. It didn't record. All right, so let me just ask this: you do all these crazy hours. My question is, why do we do this? Why, as middle-aged men, do we still spend a significant amount of time training and for nothing?
Well, last time I told you, every time you ask for this, I'm going to give you a different answer. So you're going to get a different answer now.
Beautiful.
I hope you didn't like it last time. No, it's an adventure, man. You know, who doesn't want to have an adventure in life, right?
Yeah.
So, I tried. I mean, honestly, that's what I've done the last few years, and that's why I've gotten so into this as a lifestyle and a hobby. Is I try to push myself in a little further and in a slightly different way. And there's so much opportunity now. Trail running has taken off in ultra running. There used to be a handful of these crazy races in the country, like 15, 20 years ago. Now in Southeast Ohio, you can go run 50 miles on crazy hills, really tough terrain, in a beautiful remote spot. And I mean, you have an adventure you'll never forget. So, I like, now that you can find that kind of stuff, why not take on something like that every year?
Do you think, did you do this sort of running when you were in Barcelona, or do you think that living here with this sort of terrain influenced that?
Yeah, so you got to appreciate where you are too, right? I'm a glass half full person. I like to see the good side of where I am. I'm in the middle of nowhere, but I take advantage of it, right?
Yeah.
So if you live in the middle of nowhere, it turns out the middle of nowhere here has beautiful trees and hills and trails. So why not get out on them?
Yeah.
Now honestly, what's funny is when I lived in Barcelona, I didn't have a car. I lived an urban lifestyle for a few years before I came to Athens. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, I didn't see beyond that. It turns out like the Catalonian region is actually like an epicenter of ultra trail running.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like some of the best people in the world are there.
Yeah.
Running. I didn't even know about the sport. I mean, I was a runner. I had done a little bit. I had fallen into a little bit of this, but I didn't understand that it was a big thing, and there were these, these races were growing, and it was becoming a bigger part of running overall. So, and when I lived there, I had no idea. But there is, I mean, Catalonia has amazing like mountains,
Yeah.
the Pyrenees,
Right.
border on there. Tons of countryside, rustic trails that are hundreds of years old and stuff like that. And there's people are eating that up, and some of the best trail runners in the world are there. Just like cyclists, right? Are
Right.
also in that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just good for sport. It's beautiful. The roads are kind of open and not real crowded when you get out in the country. It's got elevation. It's got kind of everything you want. Good weather.
Right. Right.
So yeah, it's kind of sad I never took advantage of it when I was in like one of the hot spots.
Yeah.
So what I used to do in Barcelona, which is hilarious, most of the running I did, well, I had a buddy who you've met, Samir,
Oh, yeah.
who used to, I mean, this was like cutting edge back then. Now it's like come back during Corona times. He would organize these online virtual races with people he knew. And it was stuff like, but it wasn't like just like all run at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It was through this Nike platform. I don't even know if they have it anymore. But you could set different challenges like whoever runs the most miles in the next 30 days.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we like that. So I got it. It got me started doing some stuff where I would like run to work and run home. So I was doing running like through the city. Like I was probably doing more damage to my body than good because it was hardcore pollution and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like everywhere and motos everywhere. But it was kind of fun, honestly. So I was doing the complete opposite of what I do now.
Oh, that's
There.
fun. That's fun.
But staying in shape.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
wasn't running any races or anything. It was like doing just like commuter urban city running.
Yeah. No, I think that, the last couple of weeks, whenever I've been able to get out and ride, it's being in lockdown so much and not having that much contact, it's really made me appreciate, like, just riding again, like how beautiful, how much I enjoy just being out. And then also, like you were saying, like you can get out here very quickly. You know what I mean? It's not a process to get out in the country. It's just like a right turn, and that's really nice, at least for cycling.
Yeah, and I guess the thing that turned into ultra running is, and when you're running in the city, you just don't run that far.
Right.
It's fun, exciting, it's fast paced. Like you're doing more like a couple 5K, 3K stuff like that. That's what that's what you can do in the city before you start to go crazy, and probably that you're too much smoke in or pollution in your too. But when you get out on the trails, like to see something, it takes a while, right?
Right.
You want to, and so it's like and you can go forever, right? And without having congestion or whatever, trails go on a long way in state parks and stuff like that. So why not explore a lot of it? So you get into these, just naturally it leads itself towards doing long distance stuff.
Yeah. So one of the things I asked you last time, I thought that was you brought up a good point. I think was as a non-runner that has to run as part of cyclocross, what advice would you give somebody as a non-runner to get better at running?
Yeah. Well, universally, it's the easiest question. Running is such a simple sport too, but it's kind of embarrassing how simple it is when the answer to this is always run more.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Like that's what I was telling you. Every mile counts. Every extra 5 minutes counts. More than any kind of special apparel, tool, running type of workout. Literally, you know what I mean? It's especially in the early stages, but even in the most advanced stages, oftentimes the best thing you could do if you had an extra half hour is just put in another few miles.
So scrap all the intervals and all the crazy hill repeats.
Yeah.
Just go out and run.
I mean,
more.
eventually, once you start to feel like you can actually run, then
Yeah.
you can start to think about that a little bit.
But for those of us that can't run at all, just run.
Yeah, don't even worry about it. Just get out there for a couple of minutes. Get to the point where you actually start to enjoy it, and that all that takes is time.
Gabe, I've never got to that point, so I guess I need more time.
You got a lot more 5 minutes to add up in.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Every week.
I
You're
guess
not even
that's
close
true.
to that threshold yet.
Yep.
Anyone can get there though. That's the thing. Running's for everyone.
All right, cool, man. I think that this is good. I'm kind of burnt out from the last time.
I hear you.
You got anything else?
No.
All right, thanks a lot. I really appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right, talk to you later. Bye.